Commissioner Walker, will you report for finance and budget? Yeah, 592,440. Okay, I'm going to call the Finance and Budget Committee meeting to order for June 18th, 2025. Present are Commissioner Shea, Commissioner O'Leary, Commissioner Walker, Commissioner Boyle, Commissioner O'Neill, and Commissioner Thatcher. We will start with the expenditure list. We'll start with Commissioner Walker today. Commissioner Walker, do you have any questions? Okay.
Okay, my question is on page 42, what is fitness instruction we're paying for? It's 101.31 and 101.30.
Drag this over here a little bit. Thank you, Commissioner Walker. Those are expenditures through the Board of Recreation where we pay somebody to lead classes, recreational exercise classes for the community to attend. For the Board of Recreation under the Parks Department.
Okay. Okay, that was my one. My second one is 99.97, $175 for colonoscopy membership for the health department. We don't give colonoscopies at the health department.
What page is it on, Commissioner Walker?
I don't even remember. I have 99.97 was the number on it. It's under the health department. Yeah, we paid for a health department employee to go to colonoscopy membership or something. But we don't give colonoscopies at the health department, so I don't know that that membership would do us much good.
Commissioner Walker, the entire vendor name isn't listed because there's not enough room. It's the American Society of Colonoscopy and Cervical Pathologies, and they do do that type of perform that type of service at the health department.
I was just wondering.
Okay, thank you.
That's my only question. All right.
Thank you, Commissioner Walker. Commissioner Boyle, do you have any questions tonight? Commissioner O'Neill, do you have any questions? Commissioner Shea, do you have any questions? Commissioner O'Leary, do you have any questions? It's a relatively small expenditure list. So with that, I will entertain a motion once Commissioner Walker finishes signing.
I'll make a motion that we have reviewed and approved the expenditure list for Wednesday, June 18th, 2025, in the amount of $592,440.12.
A motion's been made and seconded. Is there anything on the question? All those in favor? Aye. Against? Motion passes 6-0. Were there any questions on the budget transfers this evening? Do you want to go over, or do you want me to?
Whichever you prefer.
Okay, there's one in the amount of $80 at the health department to cover the cost of employees' meal reimbursement for the Montana Primary Care Association. One in the amount of $300 for the health department to cover the cost for donuts and water for the ASSIST training, which is suicide prevention. One in the amount of $16,436. It's per the mechanic union contract. Mechanics can choose between a one-time check or be reimbursed for purchase of tools. So that came out of central equipment. One in the amount of $15,000 out of, what would that be? Eric Hasser. Is that Eric Hasser?
This is the Department of Reclamation,
Mations.
the
Okay.
Stormwater Capital Improvement Fund.
Thank you, Director Hasser. This is to transfer funds to cover remainder of water environmental technology invoice. One in the amount of $500, transferring funds from travel to training for Society of American Archivists, virtual conference registration at the archives. One in the amount of $1,258 to cover the cost of purchasing performance management software from Knowledge Capital Alliance for accreditation purposes. That's also at the health department. One in the amount of $1,000 to accommodate insurance balance. What is SBI?
The SBI is the small business,
Incubator.
yes, that.
Thank you. One in the amount of, looks like $22,404 to cover the cost of purchasing performance management software for Knowledge Capital Alliance at the Health Department. One in the amount of $400 to address costs associated with travel that went over the budgeted amount in the URA. And I believe that is all. So if there are no other questions, comments, or concerns, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Okay, Commissioner Walker?
Karen, do you have any idea, like, for the detention center, when we pay for medical stuff, how much of that do we get reimbursed for? You know, are we able to recover from Medicaid or Medicare or their insurance?
Commissioner Walker, the physicians or the medical facility makes every attempt to collect from a person's insurance before it comes to us for payment. If we're making payments for medical services, it is because the inmates don't have coverage elsewhere, and then we're required to make that payment. So we don't receive any reimbursement for those costs. It's part of the costs of operating the detention center.
Okay, so they try to bill it before it comes to us. All
That's
right,
correct.
that's my question.
Thank you, Commissioner Walker. And actually, before we adjourn, Director Hassler does look like she has some reports. Is that what they are?
Yes, thank you, Commissioner Thatcher. The last time we were here, there was a request made to see some revenue reports from the Highland View Golf Course, from Ridgewaters, and also concessions from the Civic Center. And those are the expenditures that you see that are items for resale, like merchandise for resale or concessions for resale. So we did just finish up our May accounting for all of those facilities. So we have a couple of different sheets here for Ridgewaters obviously wasn't open in May, so we don't have any business in Ridgewaters. We won't see that until next week. For Highland View, we have two different sheets because we have two different point of sale systems that we operate down there. One is Civic Rec in the Pro Shop, which tracks all of our annual passes, memberships, greens fees, carts, and then they also sell merchandise and concessions. And so that is here on this first sheet. This total, this first column is all of the sales for the month of May at Highland View. And then there's the second sheet that is related directly to the bar sales because that is on Square, which is a different point of sale system. And so those totals are also in this first column that you'll see. We had $11,654 in concession sales, and then $2,243.75 in golf simulator rentals for the bar. And then under, I don't have access to the Square system, but I did print out a report from our accounting system that shows all of the concession sales at the Civic Center, and they had a couple of different events down there, the circus, roller derby, Fight Force. They had concession sales of $11,536.66.
Commissioner O'Leary.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Would it be possible to have these emailed to us?
Pardon me?
Would it be possible to have these emailed to us so we could
Of course.
look at them? Great, thank you.
Of course.
Commissioner Walker, did you have any questions? I know you wanted to see these reports. Well, Director Hassler, thank you. I know that that's added work to you and your office, so I appreciate it, and I'm sure the other commissioners appreciate it as well. If there are no other questions, comments, or concerns, I will entertain a motion now to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye. We are adjourned.